Hey, how's it going, friends? Thank you for tuning in to VR Revelations. Welcome. Please make sure you give this video a like and make sure you subscribe for future coverage. So, it is the year of our Lord 2023, May 29th. And of course, we still have the war going on in Ukraine. Russia seems to be having a lot of success right now in the conflict. Of course, we are still waiting for this rumored Ukrainian offensive, which hasn't manifested itself, even though people were speculating that it had started, but that it wasn't really being, made known. But now it looks like it hasn't started, that we're still actually waiting for this offensive. So who knows? But of course, we know that this whole conflict is essentially being sponsored by the United States, who is seeking to destroy Russia because Russia opposes the liberal, woke type of society that America stands for right now, with all the, with all the social problems that the U.S. has right now, and with all the liberal rainbow propaganda that they are trying to propagate around the world, if you catch my drift. So they hate Russia for that. And they do not make it a secret, as we're going to see here. One of the worst senators in the U.S., a Republican, Lindsey Graham, who is a flip-flopping snake. This guy literally said that if they elected Trump as the Republican nominee in 2016, it would be the worst decision. Then he went on to, go full Trump. And then when the January 6th attack happened, he essentially betrayed Trump. And, he's all over the place. This guy literally has no morals. If the U.S. were ever to be in any sort of conflict with Russia directly, this man would be the type to drop his gun and run away from the conflict, or surrender to Russia and, just try and be on the side that is winning. So that's the type of person this guy is. And he's gone completely stupid with his statements. As you can see here, he actually said that, all this this money that the U.S. has been spending, which has been resulting in Russians dying, has been the best money ever spent. And again, this guy is a complete coward. So anyways, let's go ahead and take a look at the video, and then we will take a read at this Al Jazeera article here. So let's go ahead and listen in here.
Now you are free.
Yes.
And we will be.
And the Russians are dying.
It's the best money we've ever spent.
Thank you so much.
Okay, let's go ahead and rewind that.
Free or die.
Now you are free.
Yes.
And we will be.
And the Russians are dying.
It's the best money we've ever spent.
Thank you so much.
But I expect in the coming days and weeks for the Ukrainian counteroffensive to yield results. And I'm here to tell you that the last chapter of the Battle of Bakhmut is yet to be written. I'm here to tell you that the Russian military is about to have holy hell unleashed upon them.
Okay, clearly this guy is a clown. You can see there before Zelensky, he's trying to act like Zelensky's boss, essentially telling Zelensky, yeah, it's freedom or die, right? And Zelensky pretty much responded, yes, we have freedom already. And so clearly this guy thinks he's like the president of Ukraine, or that, he has the absolute right over Ukrainian lives. And that's just the type of lunacy right now coming out of the U.S. from both sides of the aisle, both from Democrats and Republicans, to be honest. But Lindsey Graham is a very special case. Anyways, the article here goes on to say Russia has put United States Senator Lindsey Graham on a wanted list according to Russian media reports citing the Interior Ministry's database. Ukraine's presidential office on Friday released an edited video of a meeting between Graham and Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky, which first showed the senator saying, "The Russians are dying," and then that U.S. support was the best money we've ever spent. After Russia criticized the comments, Ukraine released a full video of the interaction showing that the two remarks were not linked. On Sunday, Russia's investigative committee said it was opening a criminal investigation into Graham's comments without specifying what crime he was accused of. What crime he was accused of? Well, let's see. Paying the Ukrainians to kill Russians? I think that's a pretty reasonable crime. Russia has previously sanctioned dozens of U.S. officials and politicians, but has rarely sought the arrest of senior office holders. Graham disputed Russia's criticism of his support for Ukraine by saying he had praised the spirit of Ukrainians in resisting Russia's invasion with U.S. assistance. Again, it's completely idiotic for him to try and downplay these statements, since in the past he literally said somebody should assassinate Vladimir Putin. So it's like, why is he playing dumb, right? We all know all the dumb stuff he's said before, right? He struck a more defiant tone on Twitter, writing that he would wear the arrest warrant as a badge of honor. Of course, he's cowardly hiding in the U.S., so that's why he's trying to act tough. To know that my commitment to Ukraine has drawn the ear of President Vladimir Putin's regime brings me immense joy. I mean, this guy's a full-blown clown. If you're really that supportive of Ukraine, why don't you put a helmet on and, go help out in the front lines or something like that? Of course he would never do that. These are the type of men that just sit there and indulge in, excesses and are just snakes, slithering snakes that sit there in their palaces and literally take joy out of watching other people suffer. Graham posted he also challenged Russian authorities to pursue their case at the International Criminal Court, which has previously issued an arrest warrant for Vladimir Putin. So yeah, there you have it. If you're wondering why this war is still going on, it's because of, I gotta say it, I'm sorry, idiots like Lindsay Graham, who unfortunately have a lot of power to influence these types of positions from the U.S. government. But again, this isn't a Democrat or Republican problem. Both parties are essentially going, full-fledged Russophobes. And as I've stated before, this all has a spiritual meaning to it. In reality, both societies are completely different. The U.S. is, it has become completely liberal, promiscuous in its way of living sexually, and they're trying to impose their style of living on the rest of the world. And two of the major countries that oppose their society are Russia and China. And so it's no surprise that, they have this type of aggressive stance against these countries. And really, it will end up in a World War III scenario. But yeah, I believe that's the real reason why the U.S. seems to have this hatred for Russia. It's because Russia doesn't stand for the type of morality that the U.S. has, right? Or rather, the U.S. is a Christian nation, but it lost its values a long time ago, right? They're all about the rainbow flag now, and essentially they're trying to spread that throughout the world. But again, God always raises an opposition, and this time it's Russia, it's China, right? And they have nuclear weapons, so the U.S. can't just waltz in there and impose their way of living on them. And now, we have this major war going on, and we're probably going to have another one with China over Taiwan, pretty much for the same reasons, even though those reasons really aren't talked about in the media. But yeah, the whole thing is a godless mess. It's a sinful mess, and so eventually it all has to be purged by fire, and that's according to the Bible. There will be an end, and I believe nuclear weapons have a part to play in those prophecies. But anyways, as long as there is snakes like this in the U.S. government, things will only continue to get worse, and I think that's exactly what's going to happen. Anyways, that's going to be it for this video, guys. Thank you for tuning in, and remember, the truth is stranger than fiction. Have a wonderful day, and God bless.